Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Thank you, Prabhu.
Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
I started live. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. No worries. I started live.
Oh, I was about to log. Okay.
Yeah. Lal Prabhu, please take over. Sorry for the delay and inconvenience.
Okay, no problem. And thank you for giving some 2 minutes extra here. I just want to address the question on enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, how to be enthusiastic always. So if I go little extra, please bear with me, or if you have things to do, you can carry on. But this seems to be an important question of how to remain enthusiastic all the time. The meaning, as per the dictionary of enthusiasm, it says a strong feeling of excitement and active interest in something you like or enjoy, often accomplished by a lively eagerness to be involved. So that's a definition given when I look into the meaning of this: a strong feeling of excitement and active interest in something you like or enjoy, often accompanied by a lively eagerness to be involved. Now, I'm sure everyone knows what enthusiasm means. The only challenge here is how to be strong, have a strong feeling always, all the time, and how to have that lively eagerness to be involved in all the time, always. That's the question. It's not to say what is enthusiasm means. The question is how to we be enthusiastic all the time. Now, one of those favorable item in devotional service, as per Rupa Gosvāmī, he says is in Nectar of Instruction, where he said Utsāha. Utsāha is the very first item where he says that the eagerness or enthusiasm to serve. And then Prabhupada, he says, one should accept this opportunity to return home back to Godhead very enthusiastically. Without enthusiasm, one cannot be successful. Even in the material world, one has to be very enthusiastic in this particular field of inactivity in order to become successful. A student, businessman, artist, or anyone else who wants success in his line must be enthusiastic. Similarly, one has to be very enthusiastic in devotional service. Enthusiasm means action. But action for whom? The answer is that one should always act for Krishna. Krishnartha kila cheshta. Bhakti rasamrita sindhu. So therefore, we have to sometimes push ourselves to be enthusiastic as long as our body cooperates with no any ailment. Body will never cooperate, mind will never cooperate. But if we have some health issues, then that's a different topic altogether. But if we are healthy, then we have to push to be enthusiastic to start with. And we have to be with those devotees who are enthusiastic. They are also have that enthusiasm to perform what they're performing. Bhaktya Lokya is another wonderful book written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur on some of the verses, elaborating some of the verses of Nectar of Instruction, which also speaks on the same thing, on how one has to be enthusiastic by avoiding to be lazy or drowsy. Tandra, alasya, these are the enemies of our enthusiasm. So on the practical line, these things happens due to our eating habit, our lifestyle. We become lazy, we may become drowsy based on our lifetime and also based on the things around us. There could be a situation, our enthusiasm can be affected in the initial stages of our bhakti. Our enthusiasm can be affected due to external factors, our family members, our friends, our house, our work environment, our house environment. All those different things may affect us in our enthusiasm to continue. You go to work and your supervisor says something, enthusiasm drops. Enthusiasm. And you come home and then you're going to do something, wanting to do some service at home. Janmashtami is coming, and for your surprise, your children did something which disappointed you, or something happened at home. The enthusiasm drops. Okay? So these are various factors that drops our enthusiasm. Besides these external factors, we also have to make sure, we also have to understand that we are not in highway yet. If we are in a highway of Krishna consciousness, our enthusiasm is going to be there always. Because we are still traveling into the streets before reaching to the highways, we have ups and downs, ups and downs. But as we stay in Krishna consciousness, trying to follow what has been told to us, then what happens is that the duration of the enthusiasm increases over the period of the time. Right now, my enthusiasm fluctuate even within a day. But what happens as I continue follow the instructions, guidelines given to us, and advices given to us, me, then the enthusiasm extends from that given little time to extra time. Like you have that waves, right? Ups and downs, you have the waves, and suddenly our enthusiasm goes up. Within a matter of second, it just goes down. But that's how most of the enthusiasm to start within Krishna consciousness. But because we have taken shelter of Krishna and the devotees, what happens is that sudden up will stay for an extended period of the time and comes down. And as we continue practicing, as we continue be staying in the satsanga, devotees association, and try to do what the best that we could, that extension on the top increases, the duration increases on the enthusiasm. That extends and this reduces. That's how it's going to work. One of the things that we have to make sure for our enthusiasts to continue is to try to make sure the street roads as we go to the highway is made clear. If the street roads are not clear, then definitely we are going to stuck into these small signals for a long period of the time. You drive through the street roads from your house getting to the highway, the street lights duration may extend for a long period of the time, which is your enthusiasm. You may not have that longer time of enthusiasm. It should be a short span enthusiasm. So for that, please go back to our duties of what we have. This we covered in one of the Saturday session, that we have to do our duties in service of Krishna. Failing to do our duties in service of Krishna and only ignoring those things and trying to do only chanting, only this and that, reading and all those things is just going to be a passing enthusiasm in our Krishna consciousness. Because those are the duties that we fail to do, then our enthusiasm is going to be impacted. So please understand that our enthusiasm is proportionately depends on some of those things that we saw, what we can do in our daily life, how we sleep, how we get up, how we take shower, how we eat, right? How we speak with others. All those different things matters in extending our enthusiasm and come to a point of having enthusiasm all the time. There are always exceptional devotees who doesn't fall into these categories. They carried by Krishna's birth right from their birth, mercy, Krishna's mercy right from their birth. They are fully enthusiastic, or they would have passed through all those different things, and they are in a stage where they are completely sold out for Krishna. That's all. Therefore, we have to understand what we have to do to be enthusiastic always? Number one is to understand we are carrying a baggage of karma and vasana, and we are influenced by the three modes of material nature due to our karmas and due to our vasanas. Meanwhile, whenever the gap comes, we take advantage of those gaps in Krishna consciousness. Gaps meaning out of the influence of the mode is going to be always there. But whenever there is in a mode of goodness, we try to push ourselves to stay more into Krishna consciousness by hearing, by chanting, by doing services. And that will increase over the period of the time our enthusiasm. This is the way that we try to do. And then also try to do our duty, whatever the assigned duties are, as a father, as a mother, as a wife, as a husband, whatever that we need to do, we got to continue doing that, not to neglect those duties in the name of bhakti. If we are neglecting, then we are going to be punished for neglecting that one, and our bhakti is going to be also be jeopardized. It's going to take a longer time to come. Therefore, we serve the best that we could, remembering and keeping Krishna in the center in our family life, in our workplace, wherever it is. In that way, we can have that enthusiasm. Once the person has an enthusiasm, then no one can stop that person. No one can change. And even such an enthusiasm person becomes an inspiration for others who doesn't have enthusiasm at all. Therefore, this is an important point. So we have to pray to Krishna, the Utsāha. Utsāha, we push ourselves. Krishna, make me come out of this laziness, drowsiness, and let me serve you. Please help me. So this is the only way that we can be enthusiastic all the time. Once we come to the stage of enthusiasm, then what happens is I'll tell a story for the next few minutes, how enthusiasm works. In Maharashtra, few miles away from Panduranga, the place of Panduranga, Vithala, there was a person, a devotee by name Kurma Dāsa. Kurma Dāsa. Kurma Dāsa doesn't have a family, doesn't have relatives, doesn't have any friends. He was just living by himself. Not only that, he doesn't have hands, he doesn't have legs. He's completely handicapped. No legs, no hands. That's how somehow or the other he was leading his life. And the village people over there, they know him. Therefore, they come close by and give him some food, put some food in his mouth and go, or they drop it and he eats by his mouth. And that's how he has been surviving for a period of time. It happens for him one day that where there was a pravachan, there was a lecture going on about Panduranga on Pandharipur, and the speaker was delivering the lecture was speaking about how glorious Pandharipur is, especially on Ashada Ekadeshi, the Ekadeshi special month during the Kartik season. It comes. This Ekadeshi is very special Ekadeshi. Namadeva, Jnaneshwar, many great saints. They all go there and do Nama Sankirtana and then spend a lot of time over there by serving the devotees and serving the deities. And that place where one goes on that particular Ekadeshi, they have attained the benefit of all the other rest of the Ekadeshis. And they will attain Krishna Prema and they will go back to Krishna Loka to serve Krishna over there. Such a great place where the Lord Panduranga appeared just for his devotees and is waiting for his devotees. Rather than he waiting for his devotees, he's such a great Lord. He just appeared for fulfilling the desires of his devotees. He was hearing all these wonderful glories of Panduranga, and then he developed a desire of wanting to go to Pandharipur. He was miles away in a big distance, in same state, but then it stayed in a very far away from Pandharipur. After hearing this story about the glories of Panduranga and then Leelas of Panduranga and then the glories of Pandharipur, then he wanted to go to Pandharipur on Ashada Ekadashi. He told the rest of the people who are listening the lectures over there, he said, I have a strong desire to go to Panduripur. So I want to go to Panduripur. And the rest of the people laughed at him. You said, we have legs and hands. Even we cannot go so easily. How are you going to go? So he thought to his mind himself, you have legs and hand, still you cannot go. I don't have a leg and hand, but I have a desire to go. What really matters is a desire. Hmm? That desire should be was full of enthusiasm. When I have a desire, I'm sure that somewhere or the other I will try to go to see Panduranga. So he decided that he will go. But how is he going to go? He cannot walk. So he started rolling his body from his village every day, few miles. Every day he was just rolling. Mm. Just imagine rolling on a bare ground. There'll be pebbles, there'll be stones, there'll be thorns, there'll be weeds, there'll be some insects. He didn't really care about any of those things. He was just rolling and rolling and rolling and going every day, few miles. When he goes to some village, he just stays there for some time to give some rest to his body. He becomes very tired by doing so. And then the village people there, they will come and give him some food, some roti or something. Somehow or the other, he eats that and again continues rolling and going. At one point of time, it happened that he is not able to move any further. Just imagine, just going to a place by rolling on the ground with no hands, no legs. He had that enthusiasm to go, but his body was not cooperating. His body was not at all cooperating. So he started crying and weeping and thinking himself, how sinful I am. I know because of my previous karma, I'm born like that, like this, like an handicapped. I must have done such a great sin that I don't have any parts, limbs of my body other than this body alone. No legs, no foot, no legs, no hands. So he was thinking what sin I must have done in previous life. Nevertheless, I will see Panduranga. So he was just thinking like that and staying there and contemplating how am I going to go further. At that point of time, there was a merchant who was passing by that place. He came, he just put his stuffs off his shoulder and stood there and he turned around, he saw Kurma Dāsa. He said, hey, who are you? Hey, where are you coming from? And he was asking all these questions. He said, my name is Kurma Dāsa. I'm planning to go to Panduripur to take darshan of Pandrinath, Panduranga, Vittala. And then he asked Kurmadas, who are you? My name is Vittala. I'm also going to Actually, I am from Panduripur. I finished my business. I will have to go back to my place. I have a business. I'm a merchant. I have to open my shop. So I need to return back quickly. But then I will assist you. I can come with you and we both can go together. Um, and then Kurmadasa became very happy. He said, this is Vittala's arrangement. So they both were having a nice conversation on the way. And that person, the merchant, he made rotis and something and fed Kurmadasa. This was happening as they were slowly, he was rolling and he was walking and slowly having a conversation. Every day they stop in a village, they cook, the merchant will cook something and feed the Kurmadasa. And that is how on bathe him every day. Every day he was doing a service to Kurmadasa. And then days were passing. They came almost 50 miles away, closer to Panduripur. And the next day morning was Ekadashi. And it is by the calculation of how much long it took for them to travel, almost close to 4 months, they understood that by tomorrow morning in this range, won't be able to make it. But merchant said, tomorrow morning I have to open my shop because many people, hundreds and thousands of people will come from all over the places and I have to run my business. They will come to my shop. I have a regular customers and they will come and try to meet me. Some try to come and buy something. Some of them just come and spend some time with me and go, because we have been having the shop for a many long period of that time. They just come and say hi to me. So there are many people come, so I have to open the shop. I need to go back to Panduripur. By tomorrow morning, I have to be there. If you allow me, the merchant said, if you allow me, let me go, and so I can open my business. And Kurma Dāsa said, what can I tell? You just helped me so much. The plant, just because the plant gives the flowers and fruit, I cannot take the plant off the root. Meaning, because you helped me all this while, I cannot tell you to stay back by removing the root, means by spoiling your business. So you please continue going. I'll somehow or the other, I'm sure that I cannot make it tomorrow, but somehow or the other, at least I'll make it to Panduripur in a slowly. But then the merchants called for few, there was a bhajana group. There was a group of devotees who were going for Ekadeshi to Panduripur. They're chanting Vitala, Vitala, Vitala. They're just chanting and going. He called them and said, this merchant said, I have to go. I was helping this person, Kurma Dāsa. Can you please somehow or the other bring him? I have to run to open my shop. And he left. But those people also was so devoted. They were all doing Nama Sankirtanam as they were going on the street and telling, Kurma, come fast. It's getting late. We have to go tomorrow morning. We have to be there for Mangalarti. We have to go. Come. Kurma is telling, I'm trying my best. I'm rolling. But they're already gone far. He was still rolling and coming. But then Kurma Dāsa said, I don't think I can make it to your speed. And I don't want you all to miss the darshan of Panduranga. So please continue going. You take care. But do me a favor, when you go there, when you meet Panduranga, tell there's one devotee of yours who is trying to get darshan of you. Please tell him that I'm on my way. So the group left. They went. And next day morning, the darshan was open. Namadev was there. Jnaneshwar was there. Mukta was, so many were there. They were all doing bhajans and chanting, having nice darshan on Ekadeshi day. At that time, the leader of the Sankirtan, who remembered about Kurma Dāsa, then because Kurma Dāsa told, you please convey this message about me to Panduranga, he spoke to Panduranga. Sometimes devotees ask us, can you please pray for me? And we take it that as a simple statement, and we don't even pray for that. Sometimes we just leave it, because we often hear, pray for me, bless me, and we just take it as for granted. But this is important. When devotees are telling, please pray for me, we really have to pray for the devotee. We may not be qualified, but the person to whom we are praying is a very qualified person. He doesn't see whether the requester who's putting the request is qualified or not, but he is qualified. Who's going to respond to the prayer is qualified. Therefore, our duty is, when devotees are telling that, please pray for me, Prabhu, Mataji, we have to pray. We definitely have to pray. Therefore, this head of this Sankirtana, he said, my dear Lord, there's one devotee called Kurma Dāsa. He's wanting to have your darshan. He's on his way. This is all he said. And then those who doesn't know Panduranga, have not seen Panduranga. This is Panduranga. This is a way of standing is unique and so different. I hope you can see, right? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu, we can see, Prabhu.
Yeah. So Panduranga, as soon as Panduranga heard this one, he jumped off the altar. He jumped off the altar. So he's standing like this, right? He jumped off the altar and started running. Of course, the deity was still there. Only the great devotees can see that Panduranga is off the altar and running towards some place. Otherwise, for ordinary people who just come for having darshan for what various other reasons, the deity is still there, standing there. But Namadeva and Jnaneshwar, they could see that Lord jumped off the altar. And then as the Lord was running, Namadeva and Jnaneshwar also started running. Hey, Pandu, Vitala, Vitala, stop. Where are you running? Oh, Vitala didn't even bother to turn back. He was just running. I have something important to take care. I have to run. I have to go. Well, let us also come. You have a program here. You can't quit the program and go run like this. It's okay. For me, going to that place is more important than this. What really? There are lakhs of people, not hundreds of people, lakhs of people are come to take your darshan and you're letting them and going. Why are you running? There's one devotee. I have to see him. Seriously? Is that one devotee is greater than all those people gathered here? Vitala said yes. He said yes. Therefore, Vitala started running. And then Namadeva and Jnaneshwar was also trying to run. Oh, who can catch Krishna? Hmm? We cannot catch Krishna by our strength, but they are great devotees. They are following Krishna to somehow or the other catch hold of Krishna and bring him back to Pandurpur. So Namadeva and Jnaneshwar are running behind Krishna, and Krishna understood if these two people keep running behind me, then I cannot. I have to do something now. So as he was running, there's one village called Pendi. There's another place in Maharashtra. There was a place. He was passing through that place. Over there was a beautiful garden, different types of flowers, and also wonderful tulasi gandham. The nice tulasi smell was coming. So Krishna thought, okay, let me go and hide in this place so that these people does not bother me. So he went inside the place. As he was entering in that place was a place of another devotee, Samanda. His name is Samanda. He was another devotee. This devotee every day worship Krishna, Panduranga, by collecting all these beautiful flowers and making a nice garland and offering to Krishna. He was just when he was offering to Krishna, like how this is said that it is said that how he calls Krishna as not Krishna, Vitala, Panduranga, Keshava, Madhava, Narayana. He doesn't call with these names. He'll call Krishna with my dear rose, my dear jasmine, my dear lotus, because he has only flowers. So he only deals with flowers. So he calls Krishna with those names, with the flower's name. Krishna accepts any name you call. It doesn't matter only we have to call him with this particular name because every word is Krishna present in every word. Krishna, directly or indirectly, all names is a name of Krishna. There's only not 1,000 names. He has hundreds and millions. All the words that you can think of is Krishna's name. Anyway, so he was calling Krishna, like, when you call your child, you don't specifically, when your child is, whether the child is young or grown up, you don't call the child specifically with their own, the name that you kept after going through all those research of what name I have to keep for my son and daughter. Finally, you end up called with a different name altogether. Anyway, so funny. I know one parent. They call their son as Topi. Topi means cap because that boy likes cap. He was a young boy. Always he was wearing cap. Therefore, the father started calling him as Topi. Topi means cap, cap, cap. Come on, how can you call your son as cap? But that is the love that a father or a daughter or mother giving to the name really doesn't matter. They can call with any name. It's just an expression of the love matters. In that way, Samanda was calling the Lord with all his different flowers names and vegetables names. Vegetables name, even vegetables name, because as he was in his garden, he also was having vegetables. So he called with vegetables names. There's Abhanga. There are a lot of Abhangas also there and talks about these things. Anyway, so Krishna came to that person, and as soon as Samanta saw Krishna, he just stuck. He couldn't believe his eyes. He thought he's just dreaming. But then he saw Vitala was standing right in front of him. He just full of tears fell at the feet of Krishna. And but Krishna didn't have to go time to go through this emotional thing. He said, I don't have time to go address all your emotions here. Yes, I am Vitala. I just ran out of Pandurpur and I'm going on a big mission. Now the two thieves are chasing me. There are two thieves chasing me. Somehow or the other, I have to escape from them. They're trying to, take me off. So I have to hide somewhere. Could you please give a place where I can hide? And then Amanda said, my dear Lord, we can hide a pebble, a small stone, or a ring, or some. How can we hide a sun? How can we hide you who eliminate? We cannot hide. It's not possible to hide you. It's very difficult to hide you. He said, no, don't give me the philosophical things here. I'm really afraid of these two thieves. They will stop me from my mission. Please do something. I want to hide somewhere. Give me a place. And then Samanda took Krishna to Vitala to different places. None of the place was suitable for him to hide. None of the place was suitable for him to hide. Then finally Vitala said, please do something. I want to hide. I want to hide. And Samanda at that point of time took a plow to cut the ground for fertilizing your land. They have this rod, right? He took the rod, just pierced on his chest, opened the chest. He said, you can go and hide here. He just cut open his chest. He said, my dear Vitala, now you can come inside and hide yourself. And Vitala became happy. And he just went inside, and then Samanta put a chadar on top of him to hide Krishna, Vitala. And Vitala was in his heart. At that time, Namadeva said, I know that Vitala ran into this garden. Jnaneshwar, you wait here, let me go find out. So Jnaneshwar guarded the garden. Namadeva went inside. As he went inside, he saw the Samanda, and he was looking around here. Did you see a person, dark blue color, and he had a Shankh chakra in his hand, Pitambara dhoti, and Vaishayanti mala, and beautiful shark earring, like a bimba fruit lips, lotus eyes, nice tilak on his forehead, and beautiful smile. Did you see that person over here? And Samanda said, I think I know, but I don't know where he is. I think I saw, I don't know where he is. And while he was saying this thing, and Namadeva could see the blood bleeding out of the chadar from his chest. And Namadeva could understand what has happened. What has happened. At that point of time, Ramadeva fell at the feet of Samanda and requested, my dear Lord, enough of your Leela hiding, come out. Namadeva is a great devotee. He had regular conversation with Vittala, regular conversation, daily conversation, like a friends. Anyway, so Vittala, he said, Samanda, please release my Lord. You cannot just hold it to yourself. We need Vittala. Vittala is for everyone, not only for you. Please release him. And at that point of time, like how Hanuman opened the chest, like Samanta took off the chadar and opened his chest, and Vittala jumped off his chest. And then Namadeva was full of tears. Samanta was also completely in trance. They all came out. And then Jnaneshwar was waiting over there. What happened? There's no time to describe what happened and all those things. Let's run now. And that's what told by Vittala. Vittala said, now if you want to come, you come with me, but don't stop me from going where I'm going. I need to go meet Kurma Dāsa. Then I said, my dear Lord, we all come with you. They said, yes. And Vittala went, followed by Namadeva, Samanda, and also with Jnaneshwar. They all went. And over there, Kurma Dāsa was rolling to try to make it. At that point, he was there, and he just rolled and he hit something was hitting. He could not move any further. He was seeing, what is this? He saw a beautiful feet, and the nails of this feet were like stars, shining stars, like a pearl, more than a pearl, diamonds. Its dark complexion, bluish dark complexion. And there was an anklet. As he was raising his eyes to see what is that, he was seeing a beautiful anklet. And then he was raising above, he saw this yellow colored dhoti. Due to the wind, it was waving like this. He was just raising his up eye. He saw the waist, where there was a mark around his waist. mark of some impression of something has been tied and has been released. So he could see the mark under the abdomen. Then he went further up. He saw a beautiful mala called Vaishayanti mala. Above the chest, he saw some mark on the chest, a footprint of someone. Also, he saw a mark of Sri Mahalakshmi, footprint of Bhrigu Maharaj. He saw Bhrigu Muni. Then he went up, saw a neck with 3 lines. 3 lines beautifully. And then he went up a chin and cheeks and a beautiful mouth, lotus mouth, like a bimba fruit color. And then the nose, short, nice nose. And dividing the 2 eyes like a dam which separates the 2 eyes. The nose was separating these 2 eyes. And the ears. And on the top, he could see the beautiful crown and then the peacock feather. And Pan Vittala was standing on his usual style. His usual style. And Kurma Dāsa became with full of tears, fell at feet of Krishna and said, Krishna, you came here. And Panduranga said that everyone comes to take darshan of me in Pandharipur. I came here to take your darshan. I came to take your darshan. So this is the enthusiasm that we should have. We should have an enthusiasm where Krishna comes to see us. But that's again not our desire. We don't want to make Krishna to come to us in any way. But then this is called enthusiasm. This Kurma Dāsa did not have hands, did not have legs, but all he had is a desire, strong desire to see Vittala. The desire gave him the enthusiasm to overcome any obstacles that he had in his life. We have hands, we have legs, all our senses are working. We have to see what we are doing with our desire. Are we enthusiastic? Sometimes enthusiasm is not something, a pill that we can take and take it morning, evening, and afternoon and evening. It is something we have to drive ourselves at times. It's a challenge, but we have to do it. When we hear such great stories of bhaktas, it gives an inspiration for us where we stand in our devotional service. Not to curse ourselves, but to desire to have a drop of their bhakti and do our best that we should and try to do more the next day. Every day we have to increase drop by drop, inch by inch. We have to go further down. When we are satisfied with what we are doing now, our enthusiasm dies. The enthusiasm means where every day I want to do more and more and more and more and more under the guidance of the spiritual master. Otherwise, we may do more, which may not even going to help us in Krishna consciousness. So we always have to take the guidance of the spiritual master. And with the guidance of the spiritual master, our enthusiasm will increase. Thank you all very much. I took extra time here. I was enthused by the question of enthusiasm. Thank you all very much for joining today. Let's all meet tomorrow, a very special day for all the Krishna Bhaktas, Krishna Janmashtami. Let's meet tomorrow at 5 a.m. Central Time. Chant and be happy. Happy Janmashtami in advance. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.